Here's some social science assessments. This one was a research project for geography and history, and they took notes and did research. It's always good to have a graphic organizer um, that has fixed size for note taking. Otherwise, if it's a digital one, they'll copy and paste straight from Wikipedia, and you don't want that. So, teaching them how to find what's most important and take note of it, and then turn their notes into a piece of writing, and it should include this one had a map. One thing that they got marked down on was they were supposed to also include a flag. This also was a presentation, and students should have been well versed enough that they could look at their notes and be able to present their research. Another one is a board game, and this was something that my son's seventh grade history teacher, who now she is our president of our teachers union, but she came up with a board game, and this one was for the Middle Ages. This board game, Surviving the Middle Ages, they had little game pieces that have a flag that they could pick, and there's different flags for different, I don't know, houses, I guess. And they rolled a die and moved across the board, and if they hit blue, they took a chance card, and it might say something like, this one says, your brother's been infected by the Black Death. You have been exposed to the plague. Move back to start. And so it has different things that can happen to you. You've been excommunicated by the Pope. Move back. And the student looked up different examples of things that could happen to people during the Middle Ages. And not all of them are punishments. Some of them are good things. You've made sacrifices to go on the crusade. Sacrifice your position now by trading with an opponent who is farthest from the castle or finish. So that's moving back. And then there are question cards, and the student had to kind of do reverse work here. It's kind of like creating your own test. Questions in the medieval story of Beowulf, who was the terrible monster that killed many Danish warriors in Britain, and then an answer, and they would find those in their chapter, and this creates a game. And then when the students brought in board games, if they did it in groups or partners, other students had a chance to play their game and sort of review for the chapter. So they got credit for making it, and there was a grading rubric that went along with it, but they also got to use it to help study for other things, quizzes, etc. And the last one is a constructed response, and this one is a note-taking device, and this one is self-created. The student read about ancient peoples, and she created a column for boys and a column for girls, and it was to compare how ancient Greece, Rome, Mayan, and then in today's American culture, and to create this is a ELD level as well, so it was a history class for ELD, and they compare different social norms in different cultures. But creating their own graphic organizer helped them think how, with the information they had from the reading, how they were going to organize it and sum it up. And so those are some examples for social sciences.